I don't even like sweet, but yet I have diabetes. Sleep and stress, it can put a toll in your body. You don't eat sweet does not mean you don't eat carbohydrate. It's a lot of sugar. Hi everyone, today I'm going to address this one comment that I hear a lot more than I ever imagined, and that is, I don't even like sweet, but yet I have diabetes. I think it's very common belief that people think eating sweet equate to having diabetes. Aside from this, another person would say, I don't even eat salt, but I have high blood pressure. So I want to first and foremost to say eating sugar does not necessarily equate having diabetes. Eating a lot of salt does not necessarily equate having high blood pressure, although there's a very high correlation to it, but it does not necessarily mean high sugar, therefore diabetes, no sugar, no diabetes. This particular client of mine, when he was asking that question, especially he said, I'm a man, I don't eat sweet, but yet I have diabetes, I don't get it. When we were talking a little bit more, I realized although he doesn't eat a lot of sweet, he doesn't like dessert, he actually eat a lot of carbohydrates. So his favorite form of sweet or carbohydrate in his case was rice and noodles. So you tell me rice and noodles cause diabetes, and I say no. I just want to say that although he doesn't eat in the form of dessert, he eat it in other forms. So just because you don't eat sweet does not mean you don't eat carbohydrates, because in the end, all carbohydrate, when it breaks down in your body, become glucose or sugar. All it matters is the amount that you eat and how often do you eat that. So think about dessert as USD. Think about rice as Canadian dollar. Think about noodle as Hong Kong dollar. Whether it's US dollar, Canadian dollar, or Hong Kong dollar, in the body, they recognize that as money. So it doesn't matter what currency they came in, once they go into your system, like a bank, they recognize that as money. So when that currency breaks down into glucose, how much it can convert into energy. That's all the body cares for. Then I have a client who actually doesn't eat much rice because she heard that eating rice make her blood sugars high. So she stopped eating a lot of rice. In fact, she only eat a teaspoon of rice, and she said, hey, Sosan, I don't eat rice, I don't eat dessert, I eat so little rice, only 1 teaspoon, but my blood sugar is still high and I have diabetes. I don't get it. Guess what? She loved her sauce. And you know, a lot of sauce are hidden sugar. So let's talk about one of the sauce that people don't realize that has a lot of hidden sugar, is what is hoisin sauce. A lot of people use hoisin sauce in a lot of things because hoisin sauce is tasty, but hoisin sauce is filled with sugar. And if you don't use hoisin sauce, if you use ketchup, which a lot of people like to use ketchup, are also filled with a lot of sugar. Another sauce that people didn't realize that has a lot of sugar is actually the Vietnamese yu lo. You know, the fish sauce that you put in your noodles and you mix it. People think Vietnamese dishes are healthy because it's very light, it has a lot of herbs and vegetables. And don't get me wrong, I love Vietnamese food. But I want to tell you, when you eat yu lo or the fish sauce, if you ever make one at home, how much sugar do you add to make a bowl of yu lo? And I can tell you, it's a lot of sugar. So just because you don't necessarily eat sugar or dessert, you can get a lot of sugar from a lot of sauces that you eat because you think they're more salty. You don't think of them as sweet. Like fish sauce, you don't describe fish sauce as sweet. When you think about hoisin sauce, you don't describe hoisin sauce as sweet. When you describe ketchup, you don't describe them as sweet. But the bottom line with these 3 sauces, they are filled with sugar. Another one that's also filled with sugar that you might not realizing is barbecue sauce and teriyaki sauce, right? We love to have maybe like a grilled chicken and we put teriyaki sauce, or we have grilled chicken, we put barbecue sauce, especially the Korean barbecue sauce. I know they're very tasty, but look at the amount of sugar content in there. Then you'll realize we eat a lot more sugar than we think it is. Let me talk about the third person who doesn't eat sweet, who doesn't eat sauce, who doesn't eat rice, who doesn't eat noodle, but still has high blood sugar. And you're like, oh, what else, Sosan? Well, this has nothing to do with food. It has a lot to do with your lifestyle, and that's called sleep and stress, the 2 S's, right? Stress is normal. Stress is actually healthy. But when you have chronic stress, where day in, day out, you are so stressed, which affects your choices of food, which affects your sleep, in long term actually raises your blood sugar because stress causes your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, goes up. When cortisol hormone goes up, it tells your body, I need energy to deal with this problem. That's why your bodies actually preserve those sugar for energy. So a lot of people said, you know what, it's funny. Every morning my numbers is okay, but sometimes my number goes high for no reason. And I often say, what happened that day that made your high number suddenly go high for a reason? And a lot of times they would say, oh, this morning I had a car accident in the morning. Or that morning, that particular time tells me, I just had an argument with my wife. Well, does not make you happy and make you stressed. Your blood sugar can also temporarily elevate it. But imagine having this kind of stress every single day from morning to night. It can put a toll in your body. So that's number one. A lot of people think sleep was just simply not getting enough sleep so you feel tired. But unfortunately, sleep has played such a big role that when you don't get sleep in a long period of time, just one night of lack of sleep, your blood sugar will already rise. So if you do that every single night, you check your blood sugar, you'll see it rise. Now you understand that just because you don't eat dessert, you can still end up with high blood sugar because you could be eating a lot of other carbohydrate-rich food or the sauces that you use on it every day and may not be noticing those hidden sugar that's in the sauces. And let's suppose that none of these really applies to you. How about the stress and sleep? It is okay to be stressed every now and then. It is okay to be not sleeping well every now and then. But when this is chronic, where it is day in and day out, we need to talk about it. You need to address it. And until then, 食得有型，活得健康, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone.